Hey there, welcome back. This is Simplified Digital Marketing, a mini crash course. And I'm Beth Walker. I'm a content strategist with SMA Marketing. And today's course that we're going to discuss is what is SEO? So, what is SEO and is it really that important? Spoiler alert, yes, it is that important. Okay, so search engine optimization is what we're talking about today. And this is the process of improving your website's chance of coming up when people search in Google or Bing or other search engines like Safari. Now, we talked in the last video about how Google or your Chrome browser currently owns like 90% of the search traffic. That is a significant amount of the market share. And Google best practices tell us that SEO is the single most important thing you can do to make sure that they understand the context of your content. When you do this correctly, you help to ensure you connect with the people looking for your products, services, or information. If you're an author and you're looking to sell a book and you are a fiction writer, you don't want to pull up with a bunch of nonfiction books. It's really important that Google or any search engine understands contextually what it is you're trying to provide. Okay, so we know we need to optimize our website, but how do we do it? In reality, Google has revealed about 200 ranking factors that they put into their algorithms in order to pull up your website contextually. Again, SEO, search engine optimization, is the best thing that you can do, and it aligns with many of these 200 ranking factors. You aren't going to be able to optimize your website for everything, and they're constantly changing the order of the algorithm, what they prioritize in these ranking factors, or sometimes they remove some of the ranking factors or they add in new ones. So you're not going to be able to optimize for everything, which is why we talk about best practices. Doing what you can with the time you have in order to best serve your audience. Okay, so Google tells us how to rank for a website. This means we need to listen. But again, we're going to do what we can with the time we have. So here's one thing that's pretty eye-opening, in my opinion. In 2019, only 18% of businesses said that SEO was very important and were focusing on it. In 2022, that jumped to 80%. So that tells you that, one, Google's really clarified their messaging, and two, business owners, authors, nonprofit companies are all paying attention to SEO, or starting to. Okay, so when we talk about SEO and we talk about best practices, what exactly does that mean? We're looking to ensure that we are communicating accurately, both with someone who would be looking through a search engine as well as the AI that is categorizing your website. So websites are categorized kind of like, you would file files in a filing cabinet. And all the ones that talk about spiritual formation or gardening are going to go into, hopefully, two separate categories, right? So we help make sure we're in the right category by optimizing our content. And we do this through ensuring that the right keywords or the terms that people are actually searching for are included in the title of a blog post or a service page, in in the first paragraph of the content we're writing, and that we have both internal and external links that are helpful and contextually accurate. So we have given you in the body of this comment section, there is a link to a free download of the SEO checklist. So you can not only see, where do I put the keyword, or what exactly is internal and external linking, but we go into a much deeper explanation of what each of these are. So what is an authoritative page? Well, if you're a gardener, you would link to more information about a particular seed. If you're a nonprofit, you may not want to link to additional nonprofits, but maybe you can find a definition page that talks more deeply about your subject. All right, so as a reminder, your core pages are your home page, your about page, your services page, your contact page. Now, in addition to that, we want to add blog posts that are adding layers of context. So you would want a pillar page on the subject, which would be maybe an FAQ page like we see up in this top bar here. Maybe it would be, hey, work with me. It could be your services page, your products page, but more than likely, it's going to be something that really explains the subject. If you're an author, it could be your landing page for your book. But let's say you are, let's say you're a spiritual director and you are looking to really add value in the space. Well, it's important that you distinguish yourself from other counselors and pastoral counseling, right? And so a pillar page would be a great space to answer all the questions that people seem to bring up for a foundational understanding of spiritual direction. What is spiritual direction? How do I find a spiritual director? How long do I meet with a spiritual director? What does a meeting look like? All of those questions can be answered in one core pillar page, and then any additional information that you would link. Maybe you have a podcast interview where you go more in depth on a particular subject, or you want to write in depth about different things that people explore in your spiritual direction meetings, whether they're where they are in their spiritual journey. You would then link each of those pages to that pillar page. And that's a strong internal link that signals to Google, hey, when people search what is a spiritual director, my page is really helpful and it should come up in the top rankings of Google search. When we talk about SEO, we have to focus on more than just what a website reader will see when they click on a link. We need to think about how they find you and how search engines connect contextually what your content is about. One of the easiest ways to give a preview of what your article or your website is about and to talk to search bots at the same time is by adding a title tag and a meta description. You do this by adding a plugin like Yoast or Rank Math or SEO Press. And they all have free versions. They also have paid versions. And what you're going to do is you're going to, it'll automatically include a title. Maybe that's the title you want. Maybe you want to edit it. You can see that this one kind of runs off the page a little, so maybe you would delete that part of the automation. And then the second thing here is it says how Google interprets the robot TXT. And then when we get into the meta description, we see that it's repeating this information, but it's also giving additional information. So you can maximize your title tag and meta description by ensuring that you have keywords that people are searching for. gardening center near me, how to grow tomatoes, anything that's going to be something that is relevant to the search query that's also included in the actual website content. And this tool here, which will be included in the comments, is a really helpful tool to make sure that when you're creating your title tag and meta description, that it looks really nice in a search query pull-up. So, think about the way you search. Like if you're looking for a blue sweater or you're looking to buy flowers, you first put the words in the search engine box, and then a whole bunch of lists with links pull up. And then you decide from there which link you're going to click on. And so this is your opportunity, your meta description and title, to attract the reader to stand out from the competition that's also pulling up in the query. Okay, so this is course 2 of 4. The first one we did was what do I need to know about a website, and then this one is SEO important, and then we're moving on to how do I know what my target audience wants to read. But before that, I just want to remind you that if you're ready to figure out website development and you want to talk about visual hierarchy, or you're ready to know the plugins to add to your website, if this training has helped you to understand that you're ready to go more in depth into understanding everything about digital marketing that you would need to know in order to host yourself, to do your own marketing, then our course, Simplified Digital Marketing, is your next step. I've given you a few free resources here, and I've given you, a couple blog posts to read. But in our Simplified Digital Marketing course, we spend hours going in depth on subjects like which plugins to use, how to add them to your website, how do you know it's the right one for your template. And we also talk about exactly how to write your title and your meta description in using the right amount of characters for Google so that it shows up and it's contextually accurate.